Hello, guys. So we'll be starting in a couple of minutes. Just waiting for everyone to join. Yeah. So, guys, anybody who has any doubts in between the session, please make sure that you keep posting it on the chat. I have the chat window open in front of me at all times, so I will be looking at it. Yeah. So whenever you have a doubt, just post it on the chat. I'll just come back to it whenever I'm done with the current explanation. I hope that is clear to everyone. Yes, today is the first class of module D. The agenda for today is resume building. So I'll just quickly explain you why resume building is the first class that we are going to do. So let me just start sharing. I hope my OneNote screen is visible, everyone. Let me just quickly set up the chat screen. Okay. Yeah. So guys, the main agenda for module D is that we are basically trying to get you prepared for the placements, and you are also going to have companies coming in during the course of this module itself. So one of the most important things that you need ready with yourself if you want to apply for a company is your resume. I hope everybody agrees with that. You cannot apply to a job position without a resume, right? So the agenda for the first week of this module is for each and everyone who is attending the classes and who is a part of module D to have a good presentable resume ready. I hope that is clear, guys. Yeah. So during the first week, you guys basically have to focus on having your resume ready and get that resume reviewed either by me during the end of the lecture, or just schedule a one-on-one session with a mentor and get your resume reviewed so that it is ready for applications. I hope that is clear to everyone, right? So let's get started with today's class. Now, can I get a quick vote? Let me just create a poll for you guys. Let me just create a poll. Yeah. So guys, I have launched a poll. Please answer that. Answer that honestly. I just want to get an honest feedback. Okay. So according to the poll, more than 150 people have answered, and 36% people have a resume ready, whereas 63% don't even have a resume ready, right? So, towards the end of this module, I would like the other 60% of students who don't have a resume ready to at least get started with your resume template and have a presentable resume ready for your placements, right? I'm sharing the results as well. I hope that is visible to everyone. Yeah. So guys, let's get started with today's session, resume building. So yeah, so resume doesn't so your stream does not affect what your resume is going to be, right? You can have a mechanical resume, you can have an electrical resume, you can have a CS resume, you can also have a commerce resume, but you have to add relevant skills to the resume that is going to get you an IT job, and that is what we are going to discuss right now. Okay, so you want to create a resume. Okay, what are the important things about a resume? What is the most important characteristics of a resume? What is the purpose of a resume? It is basically going to define what are your current achievements and whatever are your skills. You are going to basically showcase your skills and your achievements in your resume, which makes you eligible to get a job, right? Please keep yourself muted, guys. Out. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Now, guys, what are the different requirements of a resume? What are the different sections that I want to add to a resume, right? So primarily, I want to add a about section to my resume, right? I want to add an about section to my resume, which is going to be the topmost section that I want to add, right? It is going to have a short description of my, it is going to have a short description of my character, of my skills, and very small description of my hobbies, right? So not more than 2-3 lines. Okay. Uske baad, you want to add, if you have good amount of work experience, let's say that you have 3-4 years of work experience, then you can add your work experience above your education, right? But if you have less than 3 years of work experience, always add your education qualification first. Okay. After your education qualification, you can add your work experience. If you don't have work experience, just don't panic right now. I'm going to basically tell you how do you fill your resume if you don't have work experience, right? So after the education section, you add your work experience, right? Now, guys, some of you may have done some course work, right? किसी ने कोई course किया होगा regarding some Android development, machine learning, any kind of course you may have done. So after your work experience, you can add a section called coursework, where you add your courses, right? Whatever courses you have completed, right? Now, those who don't have work experience, the most important part of your resume are your projects. This is very, very important. So projects are important for each and every one of you, irrelevant of your internships, irrelevant of your work experience. But those who are from different backgrounds, non-CS backgrounds, the interviewer would like to see your computer science skills, right? That you can actually build usable applications, right? So that is why you have to showcase your skills via your projects. I hope that is clear, guys. I hope the importance of projects is clear to everyone. Right? And that is why during the first week of this module, we are also going to have project building sessions with you. Okay? You guys can turn off your video, no problem. So whoever has their video on can turn it off. So now, apart from projects, what are the other things that you can add? You can add a section called achievements. Right? let's say that you took part in a hackathon and you won that hackathon. So you can add a section called achievements, and that achievement section is going to basically showcase all the things that you have achieved. Let's say that you stood third in a particular hackathon. Let's say that you stood second in any kind of drawing competition also, right? So you can just add it there. Just 1 second. Yeah. Is the screen visible to everyone? Everyone, please keep your cameras off. I think it comes in between, and please don't write on my screen here. Yeah. So guys, are all these sections clear so far? Right. Apart from achievements, you can have a miscellaneous section or basically a technical strengths section, where you can basically highlight the different kind of technical strengths that you have. Let's say that you are well versed with Git and GitHub, so you can add your technical strength over there. Let's say that you know 3-4 programming languages, so you can add it as a technical strength. Let's say that you are aware about cloud computing, you can add it there. Let's say that you are very good in any particular subject, you can add it there. So LeetCode number of problems solved is basically a good thing for a LinkedIn profile rather than your resume. Okay. So are all the sections clear, everyone? What is the purpose of each and every section, right? Okay. Now let's try to create an ideal resume, right? Let's try to create an ideal resume. Now, guys, since we have the content part clear, now let's come to the formatting part. How I want to format my resume so that the resume is easily visible to the recruiter and it is also easy to read, right? So format के लिए, right? Regarding the colors, always try to have a black and white resume, right? Black and white resume क्यों? Because it will keep your resume minimal. It will keep your resume minimal and easily readable, right? I hope everybody agrees with this. Now, you guys may have also heard that resumes are passed into a parser, which basically parses all your information and extracts the keyword, right? I hope some of you may be aware of that. So those keyword extractors basically work the best with minimal and black and white resumes. If you add a lot of formatting and if you add a lot of fancy tables and other things, then the parser is not able to format your resume clearly and it misses certain keywords, right? So let's say a recruiter is basically hiring for a database administrator role, right? Now, your resume has SQL and database management written in it, but it is not in a good format. And the recruiter has 200 resumes to parse. It will parse it to the parser, and the parser will return 50 resumes that have database and SQL mentioned in it. But your resume is not in that result. Why? Because your formatting was not correct. Always try to keep your resume minimal with black and white text, which is easily readable, right? This is how you will be able to get through the parser easily. Is this clear, everyone? ठीक है. इसके अलावा have a defined font size, right? You have to have a good, well-defined font size for headings and normal text. So let's say, what are the headings? The headings are these: about education, qualification, work experience. Want consistent font size for all the headings and for all the content that you are writing in your resume, right? Please keep yourself muted, guys, whoever is speaking. Excuse me. So have a defined font size and maintain that throughout your resume. This will make it easy to read and easy to parse as well. Okay. So font size completely depends on how much content that you have, and I am going to come to that on towards in some time. But font size depends on how much content you have to write in your resume, right? Now, another point which is related to font size is never leave blank spaces in between or towards the end, right? So let's say that you have created a resume, guys, and there is let's say 3 or 4 line blank space in the bottom. That doesn't look good. That doesn't look ideal at all. So what will you do? You will increase the font size by 2 pixels, and that space will be covered with the existing content itself. Let's say that you don't have any content to add. So you can just increase your font size by 2 across the board, and that is basically going to cover the entire page. Is that clear, everyone? WE is work experience. ठीक है? So is the font size part clear, guys? Font size को कैसे करना है? Now another point related to the same thing. Always have a single page resume. Right? So you guys are in this course and you guys are basically aspirants for a job. Some of you may already have some work experience, let's say 1 or 2 years. Some of you are still in college and some of you are looking for a job, right? So no recruiter or nobody will expect you to fill more than one page with the achievements or any qualifications that you have, right? Always try to fit all the things that you want to add in your resume in a single page. Never make it more than one page, because if you make it more than one page, let's say that you will have only 3 or 4 lines in the next page and the first page is completely filled, right? So that doesn't look good because the second page doesn't serve a good purpose. It only has 3-4 lines. How can I avoid having that kind of a situation? I can reduce my font size and I can accommodate all the content, those extra 3-4 lines in the same single page. I hope this is clear to everyone. No, front and back in single page is not allowed. Your resume should be visible on a single sheet, right? That's it. That's the bottom line. I have a doubt. I have done 10, 12 and BTech. Should I mention all 4 or only BTech diploma is enough? So if you have done a bachelor's course, if you have studied till bachelor's, then I would suggest always add your class 12th marks, right? If you are currently pursuing your bachelor's, then also only add your class 12th marks. If you are on your master's, then you can mention your master's, your 12th and your bachelor's. So never try to mention anything below your 12th in your resume, right? That is, anything before your 12th is very irrelevant to get a job that what you want right now. So Gulshan, I will come to your question when I come to the work experience section. Okay. Sir, I'm having profile picture. No, profile picture in resume is not at all ideal. Your resume should be black and white with only text and headings and bullet points. That's it. Percentage, if you have actually achieved a good percentage, there is no problem in mentioning. Let's say that you have, please keep yourself muted, guys. If you actually have a good percentage, let's say that you have achieved more than 85% in your class 12, you can definitely mention it. Even if you have gotten a score below than that, it is no problem in mentioning, because the people hiring for tech jobs are not concerned with your CGP or your score. Mostly they are concerned with your current skills and your ability to solve problems and your ability to create software, right? And that is being showcased by your projects and your DSA skills. Enough. So your marks don't matter, but if you want, you can definitely add it. Okay. Now, guys, let's just try to draw a resume. Enough. Okay. So, guys, I will first of all reserve this particular part, the top section of my resume, let's say I reserve this top section of my resume for my header. What is the top section of my resume going to have? One second, I have some questions. Yes, I will be sharing you example resumes as well. And I will also be reviewing some of your resumes towards the end of this class. So whoever wants to get your resumes reviewed, when I ask for it, just share it, the link on the chat. Okay? Now, what is this section all about? This is the header of your resume, and this is going to have your name, right? Your name and your contact details. Now, in today's world, I'm just asking you guys a question. In today's world, is adding your physical address, your home address in your resume, is it ideal or not? Tell me. Is it required to add your home address in your resume? Yes, it is not required. So never add your home address into your resume. Nobody wants to know your home address. Everybody is only concerned with your email address and your phone number. That is the only two ways they are going to contact you. So you will have your email and your phone number mentioned below your name over here. Is this clear? Yes, I'm coming to that, Umair. One second. Now, what are the social media profiles of a working professional, guys? What are the social media profiles of a working professional? Can you tell me? Yes, of a engineer. एक engineer का social media profiles क्या होता है? It is LinkedIn, GitHub, LeetCode. These three things, right? You can add more to the list, but mostly adding LinkedIn and GitHub is professional, right? So you can add your LinkedIn and your GitHub, and you can add your LeetCode as well if you have a good LeetCode profile. I hope this is clear, everyone. So what is the LinkedIn and GitHub and LeetCode going to do? LinkedIn basically gives let's say that a person is interested in your resume and the person wants to actually know if your profile is authentic and they want to check the previous activity on your LinkedIn. Then they can check your LinkedIn. In your LinkedIn, they can also get a glimpse of your photograph as well. Now, what is the purpose of GitHub? GitHub basically will have all your projects, right? GitHub will have all your projects. Let's say that a person has more than 3 projects, right? So the person will not list all the 3 projects in the resume, right? They will just put it in their GitHub and add the link on top. If some recruiter is really interested in me, they will just go to the GitHub and view the other projects as well, right? And LeetCode, everybody knows it is there for to showcase your problem solving skills. Let's say that you have solved 200 plus questions on LeetCode. That is a very big achievement. So you would like to showcase it. You can just put your LeetCode profile in your resume header. Is that clear, everyone? Yes. So coming to the question asked by Meet. Yes. So some companies only hire certain type of people who are a good cultural fit for their company, right? So your LinkedIn activity basically tells them that what kind of person you are. Let's say that in LinkedIn you are doing all kinds of nonsense stuff. Like let's say that you are liking posts that are memes and all. So they will basically treat you as a non-serious person. And LinkedIn is a professional community and it is meant for a certain thing, right? So some people are posting things that are relevant to Facebook rather than LinkedIn. If you are posting something like that, if you are liking something like that, they are going to reject your application because you are not a good cultural fit for their company. I hope that is clear. Now, what role can we apply for? Can you explain all about? So different kinds of roles can come up. Please don't write on my screen, guys. So Accio Portal has similar questions from LeetCode as well. So if you have solved questions from LeetCode, questions from Accio Portal, then some of the questions you can find that are similar on LeetCode as well. So go ahead and solve those. Right. So this was the header section of your resume. I hope that is clear. Geeks for Geeks is not that well known to everyone. Mostly Lead Code is considered as a problem solving platform rather than Geeks for Geeks. Geeks for Geeks has articles and a lot of explanations, but more Lead Code is more of problem solving. Now, guys, after this section, I will add a small section which is going to be my about section, right? My about section is going to have 2 to 3 lines about myself, right? 2 to 3 lines about myself. So in the about, sir, I don't have a GitHub profile. I will strongly suggest to go and create one right now. Now, about section is going to have 2 to 3 lines about yourself, explaining what have you worked on so far and what are your hobbies. So let's say that in a about section, you can write that you are enthusiastic about this and this stuff. And in your spare time, you play cricket, or let's say that you love cooking. These things you can write, but in a very concise and short manner. I hope that is clear, guys. Okay, so about section is very short and very simple. Now let's come to your education section. I'm dedicating a good chunk of this part to education. And so your education section will have everything greater than equal to your 12th, right? Your education section will have everything greater than or equal to your 12th marks. Okay? So now you will just mention your 12th school, the school you graduated from, and after that you can mention your bachelor's, and after that, let's say that if someone is pursuing masters, you can mention the place where you did your masters from, right? So education section का basic format क्या होगा? Let me write that. Name of institute. ठीक है? The name of your institute. Let's say that you did your 12th from ABC school. So that is what you are going to write over here. Now over here, you will write the duration or basically the time frame, right? So let's say that you pursued your 11 and 12th in 2017 to 19. So you will write that over here in the duration. So let's say you will write April 17 से लेके April 19th. Is this clear, everyone? The time frame. Tables are not tables are very old fashioned, I would say. So don't try to add tables. That doesn't look good. Right. I know that some of you may have done resume building in your schools, right? And school mein to they teach with the old curriculum. Matlab, basically they don't update their curriculum every year. That is why they teach something that is outdated. Adding tables is not at all ideal in today's world, right? And over here you can mention your score, right? So what is your score? Your score is basically your 12th percentage or your engineering CGPA or your any other degrees score. I hope this is clear to everyone. Yes, I am coming to that, Suman. The moment I enter work experience, I'll explain all that. What if graduation duration is more than 4 years? You just have to transparently mention your graduation duration. Never try to lie on your resume. If you have something that is questionable, you have to prepare for a good answer rather than trying to hide it. है ना? I hope everybody agrees that this is the right approach. है ना? Right, Samir? Try to prepare a good answer, a good reason why you took more than 4 years for your graduation rather than trying to hide it. CGPA अब कितना लो है? अगर तुम्हारा CGPA 5 है, then obviously it will come into the eyes of the person. They will have questions that why is your CGPA so low? But 10th is completely irrelevant to an engineering job. So try to avoid adding 10th. Nobody is going to ask you for your 12th mark sheet. So you can write 69 ka 70, no problem. 6.4 is good enough. You can definitely write it. How to answer for a low CGPA? So you can, if you have good projects listed on your resume, you can say that you were not that interested in the classes and you focused on creating good projects and you focused on becoming a better technical guy rather than mugging up books. ऐसा बोल सकते हो. $75.8 is good enough to write on your resume, no problem. So guys, is the education section clear? Now, just like this, you can add 2 or 3 sections, which is going to have your master's, your bachelor's, and your 12th. Is this clear? After this, can you share any perfect? Yes, I will share it towards the end. Does the AccuJob training come under the education? No, it doesn't come under education. It can come under coursework. Sir, I am from different background. I have no projects. So that is what module D is for, Suman. You have to basically work hard during the first month and create 2-3 good projects. Sir, can we make good projects only with DSA knowledge? So that you will get to know in the project building session. You will have a good idea of what projects you can choose. What about dropouts? So if you have dropped out, you need to have a good reason of why you dropped out, right? If you can explain the reason of your dropping out in a good way, then it won't be a problem. Any CGPA criteria for? No CGPA. Mostly the people who offer higher salaries, they don't have a problem with your low CGPA. ज़्यादा problem low salary वाली कंपनियों को होता है कि CGPA क्यों कम है, क्योंकि they don't think that the person, I mean, they basically judge you only based on your CGPA. Yeah, obviously, recent, most recent to least recent. This is going to be the way you write it across the entire resume. I have master's degree. You can write that. Can you review? Yes, I will review towards the end. Sir, so create a GitHub account and start making projects. We can share our resume. Yes, you can share your resume. Can I tell them you have passion for entrepreneurship? That is a very questionable thing to say. I mean, they can think that you can work for some time and then drop out. Sir, I made a Zomato clone but used only HTML. Yes, you can write it definitely. I have done BTech, CSE and MBA. Should I mention MBA also? Definitely mention your MBA as well. If you have done your MBA, then you are a good fit for as a technical program manager rather than an engineer. So you can apply for program manager roles as well. Explain about all roles. I'm pursuing bachelor's. Okay. Is adding 12 details necessary? Yes. How should be the flow? 12th, then engineering? No. The most recent to least recent. Yes. So projects किसी भी field में तुमने किया है, in any field, if you have done a project, you can write that. Let's say that I created a mechanical bot, that a remote controlled car, that is also a very good project. So you can write that as well. Basically, the people want to see your problem solving skills rather than your tech stack, right? अगर तुमने कोई problem actually solve किया है and you have passion for solving problems, that is what they are looking for. I have some front-end projects with JavaScript. Yes, definitely you can add front-end projects. My degree is BCom. Should I add it? Yes, you can add your BCom degree, but make sure you add good projects as well. Yes, civil projects. Any project that you have done, just add it. But if you also do a CS project, then mention your CS project above those. Yes, you can write diploma as well in your. I'm the last year student MBA. Which CGPA should I write? Write the cumulative CGPA rather than just one part. Data science project, definitely you can write, no problem. Mechanical, yes, that I said any projects you can write. You bought the project, so make sure that you know the entire how the project was implemented. Yes, HTML, CSS is fine. Okay, guys. So now let me just proceed to the next section, which is work experience. So when I talk about work experience, I am talking about both work experience and internships. है ना? Don't confuse between the two. Work experience and internship are basically the same kind of section. The only difference is the heading. हेडिंग में अगर इंटर्नशिप की हो तो इंटर्नशिप लिखोगे, अगर वर्क एक्सपीरियंस है तो वर्क एक्सपीरियंस लिखोगे. आई होप दैट इज क्लियर टू एवरीवन. Sir, I have no work experience or internship. Then you have to do at least 3 good projects to fill the entire page. The course is not an internship, but some of the students get an internship offer from AccioJob. They can write that they interned at AccioJob. Okay, so let me answer that question. Yes, definitely. So if you have worked at an NGO or if you have done any community work, then you can definitely add it in your extracurricular section, which is what I will explain later on. Yeah. So guys, now let me just quickly draw a matrix for you. If you have work experience and internship, right, then you will have only one section which is work experience. मतलब वर्क एक्सपीरियंस इंटर्नशिप दोनों को इसी सेक्शन में डाल दोगे. आई होप दैट इज क्लियर. नाउ इफ यू हैव ओनली इंटर्नशिप्स, then you will add a section called internship, not work experience. Is this clear, everyone? Yes, if you actually have an internship letter, then you can write that it was an internship. But if you don't have a internship offer letter, then you cannot write. If you have an internship offer letter, definitely you can write it. Yes, I'm coming to that. So guys, work experience and internship is basically the same section. Work experience section में how will you write? So virtual and in person doesn't matter these days. I hope everybody knows that many companies are working from remote. So virtual and in person doesn't matter. You don't need to mention that. If you have done an internship virtually or in person, there is no difference these days. ठीक है? Work experience में what will you write? You will first of all write your designation. Below the designation, write the company name. Over here, you will write your tenure, which is basically the time frame where you worked. So यहाँ पे tenure लिखोगे, and in a small paragraph over here, you will explain what you did at the job. Is this clear, everyone? Sir, I have done 2 months of internship and a certificate. Yes, definitely. जितना भी internship की हो सब mention करोगे. You have to think of a good thing. Let's say that you wanted a break. Let's say that you wanted to try a different field. You can just mention anything. You can Google. There are very good answers on how to explain a gap in your resume. Yes, work experience तुम्हारा कहीं का भी हो, you have to mention it, right? So guys, अभी तो you guys are in module D. I have been teaching module D for quite some time now, and there was one person that was a part of module D, and that guy was a carpenter who was working as a carpenter at Urban Clap, and that guy also got a job, and he also mentioned that he is a carpenter in his resume, right? So एनी वर्क दैट यू डू, कोई भी काम छोटा नहीं होता है. जो भी काम करते हो उसका अपने रेज्यूमे में लिखोगे. अगर तुम कारपेंटर हो तो भी यू कैन राइट. मतलब हाउ टू मेंशन दैट कारपेंटरी इज ऑल्सो अ गुड जॉब. क्या लिखोगे? यू हैव अ नैक फॉर प्रेसिजन. कारपेंटर को क्या करना पड़ता है? दे हैव टू कट द वुड इन प्रिसाइज मैनर इन ऑर्डर टू क्रिएट समथिंग, राइट? So you can say that you are very precise in your work. You are a perfectionist. Because I have worked as a carpenter, I am a perfectionist. How? Because I cut wood in such precision that I have minimized wastage for the for the customer. समझ में आया? छोटा से छोटा चीज को भी you can explain in such a good way जिससे तुम्हारा अच्छा क्वालिटीज निकल के आता है ना? Yes, you can mention that you have been an entrepreneur. Is this clear, everyone? Excuse me. I have no internship and work experience. If you have no internship and work experience, focus on creating good projects, and along with that, try to get into a good internship, right? अगर देखो, अगर तुम्हारे पास वर्क एक्सपीरियंस है, इंटर्नशिप नहीं है, देन प्रोजेक्ट इज योर ओनली सहारा, राइट? सो प्रोजेक्ट पे अच्छे से फोकस करो, अच्छे प्रोजेक्ट्स बनाओ, यू विल बी गुड, नो प्रॉब्लम. स्विचिंग फील्ड्स का रीजन यू कैन से कि मजा नहीं आ रहा था, यू वांटेड टू ट्राई समथिंग गुड, यू फेल्ट दैट यू वर नॉट वर्किंग योर फुल पोटेंशियल इन दैट प्रीवियस पर्टिकुलर फील्ड, ऐसा कुछ. अभी इंटर्नशिप लेना पड़ेगा क्या सर? You can try to get an internship. Never stop applying for good internships. अगर internship मिल रही है तो definitely ले लो. I'm currently working in IT company, so should I change order? First work experience, then education. So how many years of work experience do you have, Lakshya? So mention your education before, because you have studied for more than 6 years and your work experience is less than a year. So you will mention your education above. If you have actually done 2 internships and let's say that you have an offer letter of those internships, then you can mention, right? But if those companies, wherever you get hired, they do background verification as well. So agar background verification mein the people where you did the internship from, they say that this person did not intern, your offer will get revoked. So just make sure that whatever you write on your resume is authentic. Yeah. So just do better projects and apply for good internships. Right. So everybody of you, some of you may have your father working in a good field, or your mother working in a good field, or they may be having a business. They may have friends and family, right? Jinka khud ka company hoga. So you can ask them to hire you for 2 months without any pay, and just work. Just create any solution for them using software, and that can also be called an internship, है ना? Yeah, freelance projects you can mention in your internship. Only you can mention freelance. If you got selected for a company but you did not take the offer letter, that is nothing. You cannot write it. Sir, this means person with no internship will have to join internship first, then no. So even without internships and work experiences, you can apply for the jobs. Having an internship is a good thing, but not having an internship is not the end of the world. You can get a job even without internships if you have good projects. Always just keep in mind how many times I'm talking about projects. प्रोजेक्ट सबको बनाना पड़ेगा. आई होप दैट इज क्लियर टू एवरीवन, है ना?
हेलो सर.
Kundan, I have created a website for my neighbor's shop. Yes, you can mention that. Who is
hello
speaking?
Sir.
Mohit, yes.
I'm audible?
Yeah.
Yes sir. Sir, I have not internship and not work experience. So when what I do?
So you should focus on creating good projects in these 2 months.
Okay, तो प्रोजेक्ट से ही कवर हो जाएगा इंटर्नशिप, और यहाँ पर क्या लिखना होगा कि मुझे no work experience, no internship?
You won't have the work experience section if you don't have a work experience. You will just education के सीधा बाद तुम्हारा project and course work आ जाएगा.
Okay. Okay sir, thank you.
7 months work experience in marketing field with good company. Yes, you can add that. Do companies allow internships for a non-BTech student? So if you are non-BTech and you are looking for an internship in technical field, then you again you need to show your technical strengths. So you have to show them that you have started learning certain languages by yourself. You have started working on certain technologies by yourself. I will review the resumes towards the end, Kuldeep. So just share it towards the end when I ask. ठीक है.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Aniket.
Sir, what if we don't want to add projects like very similar project like Zomato and all that front end projects? I
You
don't want to
add that.
Yes, sir. I have done many projects like in front end, like weather application.
So whatever you consider as a good project that you would like to add, then you should focus on creating those projects. है ना? If you think that adding a
Any
front end
project
project is
idea
not
about
good enough,
Java?
huh?
Any idea about Java projects? I want to design Java project, but not getting any such ideas.
You will get these ideas in your project building session. That is what the project building session is for, right? Usme the instructor will actually create a Java project in front of you and also give you some ideas.
Okay, sir. Because sir, I think that very similar projects are like that, the Zomato and all.
हाँ, मतलब you can, if you think that you have done a very common project, then you can give it a mention towards the end. But अगर कुछ unique project खुद से बनाओगे तो उसको आगे सबसे पहले list कर देना, है ना?
Okay, sir.
Sir, I make an e-commerce website with more than 40 APIs and 50 pages. हाँ, good, Mustafa. You can definitely add that. ठीक है. So I hope the work experience section is clear, everyone. You have to, I think everything apart from this paragraph is clear, right? So over here, what do you want to mention? You want to mention what was your job in a day-to-day basis? What did you do? What were the technologies that you worked at? And over here, you want to mention the keywords, right? So let's say that you did an internship and you worked with the programming language Python. So make sure that you write Python in this entire paragraph. And you have, let's say that you were doing an internship and you were working on a certain thing. So you have to define the entire thing in 3 phases. One is the problem, one is the solution, and one is the outcome. Right? So what is the problem? Let's say that the problem is latency. Latency in loading the web page. Let's say that there is a web page which takes a lot of time to load wherever you worked. Okay? What was the solution? Let's say that you compressed the images on the web page. Let's say that you were able to minify the web page and you were able to fit it in a much smaller space. Let's say that you created some, basically you optimize the routing in order for faster navigation, something like that. This was a solution. And you have to mention the outcome. You have to mention the amount of seconds saved in order to load the web page before your solution. समझ में आया? So let's say that before your solution, it took 5 seconds. After your solution, it is taking only 2 seconds. So there is a 3-second gap, and this is the outcome of your work. Is this clear, everyone? How you want to explain your work experience? Yes, you can add your blockchain projects, Nitin. Is this clear, guys? How are you going to explain your work experience? Problem, solution, and outcome. This is the way you are going to explain it. Okay? Yes, you can add it, Nasir.
Sir.
Yeah.
Sir.
Yes, yes.
So as you said, we can mention any type of internship which we have did. So if I have did my internship in digital marketing, so which type of keywords and problem solution should I write? Because there are no keywords.
जो भी तुमको problem, I am not aware about the digital marketing field, but day to day basis में तुमको जो भी problem होता था, you have to mention the problem, and basically the main thing that the person is looking for is your problem solving skills. तो problem है, उसका solution जो तुमने खुद से निकाला और उसका outcome क्या हुआ. These are the basic things. Be it any work experience, कुछ भी, even if you are working as a civil engineer, even if you are working as a carpenter, even if you are working as a digital marketer, these are the 3 things that you want to mention in the work experience paragraph: problem, solution, and outcome. Is this clear, everyone?
Yes, sir. Yes, definitely.
Is this clear, guys? You have a simple machine learning project but don't have knowledge about it in your resume. So let's say that you get an interviewer who knows machine learning. If they cross question you about the project, then you can be in a trouble, right? So try to avoid adding anything that you don't have complete knowledge about, right? So basically what I'm trying to say is partial knowledge is more dangerous than no knowledge. Is this clear? Because the moment that you mention machine learning and the person asks any detailed question on machine learning, you are not able to answer. That is the moment where you get rejected. That this person has mentioned a certain skill and he doesn't know that skill. Sir, I made a research paper, but it didn't get published. Should I add it? You can say that you have made a research paper and it did not get listed so far. You are still making edits to that, something like that. Sir, what if we did internship in research field? Yes, you can write research field internships. Can you tell anything about open source contribution? Yes, definitely. Open source contribution is very that is a very good thing. So that open source contribution you can add in your project itself, project section. I'm coming to the project section in some time. I'll explain the open source contribution in the project section. Give me some time. What about people from startup, from non-corporate background? Startup or corporate में फर्क नहीं है. You have a company name in both of them. You have a job in both of them. Doesn't make a difference. Can I add a game which I copied and coded? You can add it, but a lot of other people will also have the same game. If they have the same game, if the project is very common, then it is not going to have any eyes. Should I mention my teaching experience? Yes, you can mention your teaching experience as well. Spurs, yes, you can mention your teaching experience. Okay. So work experience and internship section. Is this clear to everyone? Are these sections so far clear, everyone? Okay. So let me just do this. Now you will have a section called coursework. So it is completely, I mean, you can write coursework above projects as well. And you can write projects above coursework as well, no problem. So let's say I add the project section first. Right. Now this is the most important section for most of you folks. Right. अब इसमें तुमको क्या करना है? You have to first of all write the title of the project. Right? You have to write the title of the project. You have to add the tenure, the time frame when this project was done by you. Right? After the title of the project, you will write the technologies used. And after the technologies used, you will have a short paragraph describing the project. And after the project description, you will add demo/GitHub link. Is this clear, everyone? Is this clear, guys? Right. So guys, let's say that I have done a project. Let's say I have done a project on movie recommendation. Let's say I have done a project on movie recommendation. So I will write movie recommendation system. Right. Now let's say that I did this project during the last month of the last year. So I will write December 2021 से लेके January 22 ऐसे, ठीक है? उसके बाद I will write the technologies used. So recommendation system, I don't know how many of you know, but it is done mostly using Python and machine learning frameworks written in Python. So technologies used, I can write Python. Let's say I write TensorFlow. Apart from TensorFlow, I can write Pandas, which is a Python library, and other stuff. These are the keywords that I have used. And after that, I can write a short paragraph. Or now let's say that the front end of your movie recommendation is written in React. So you can write React.js. Now you will describe your movie recommendation system in a few lines. So let's say that you can write, created a website for users to get movie recommendations based on their interests, right? After this, you can write any optimization that you were able to do while creating the project, how you basically made it better, right? And then you will add the GitHub link of the movie recommendation system. Over here, you can add the demo of the working website. Is this clear, everyone? You can add like 6 to 7 lines of description. You can upload it to GitHub now. I mean, having a GitHub account is a must, guys. So everybody just create a GitHub account. Anandu, just create a GitHub account. That is what you are going to do. Yeah. So guys, if you have work experience or internship, then you can add 2 projects and have shorter descriptions. And let's say that you have only internship, then you can add 3 projects and you can add medium-sized description. And if you have nothing, then you will have to add 3 projects with detailed description. Is this clear, everyone? Just ask your batch manager for that, Varun. If you don't have your project code handy, then don't mention it. Then focus on doing 3 projects and add detailed description of that. There will be a session for module project building towards the end of this week. Is the project section clear, everyone? Just give me a thumbs up, guys, if it is clear. Major project should be on top. Yes, definitely. So most major projects should be on top, and after that you can mention the other small projects that you have done. Explain second last line, this description part. Isme you will have to add what have you done in the project? What does your project do? And you can add any special kind of optimization that you did to make the project even better in performance. How did you improve performance? If you have made 5 projects, then shortlist any 4 out of the 5 projects and add it. Just try to create 3 good projects that you can talk about in your interview, right? So your technical interview comprises of introduction. Let's say that your technical interview is 60 minutes long. The first 10 minutes will be the introduction and general ice-breaking session. After that, there will be an easy question, easy DSA, right? Let's say that you took 15 minutes to solve it. उसके बाद let's say that they give you an intermediate DSA. Let's say that you took 20 minutes to solve it. ठीक है, अभी तक कितना टाइम खत्म हो गया? 20, 15 and 10. You have lost 45 minutes. है ना? Now, after the intermediate DSA, let's say that you solved it in 20 minutes and 15 minutes respectively. After these two questions, they will ask you light SQL and OOPS. And towards the end, they will look at your resume and talk about your projects. Right? This is what a typical technical interview is all about. So if you want to talk about your projects towards the end, then always have some time, always create good projects that you have things to speak about. है ना? मतलब कोई ऐसा project है that is very self-explanatory, then it is not something that will be talked about a lot. But if you have created a project that is complicated and the interviewer is interested in it, then a lot of the time of the interview will be taken up by your project description. Is this clear? Even if you are from a non-CS background, does GitHub ask for a college degree to create an account? Can't you create a GitHub account now? Tell me. Which portion? The last portion of the project section or the interview part? By the way, people don't have any idea of GitHub. So GitHub ka, Git and GitHub ka, let's do a session on Git and GitHub during this week itself. That will give you guys some good insights on what it is. ठीक है, let's do a session on Git and GitHub. I'll talk to your managers. Okay, guys. So far, is everybody following? Now, I have already explained the introduction, the easy DSA question, the intermediate DSA question, light SQL on object-oriented programming, and then some talks about your the project that you have listed. So this can either happen towards the end of the interview or it can happen in the introduction itself. अगर तुम्हारा project discussion तुम्हारा introduction में होगा, then your introduction will alone take at least 25 minutes, right? And the more time you talk about projects, the less time you have to solve DSA problems. Is that a perk? Tell me. In a 1 hour interview, if you take up a lot of time to talk about your projects and the interviewer is happy with your projects, is that a perk? Tell me. Right? है ना? So the better the projects you have, the less focus will go on DSA. समझ में आ रहा है? Right? So what you want to do, you want to normalize everything, right? So let's say this is your graph. Let's say this is your rather than a graph, let's draw a pie chart. Okay? Now, importance is given to DSA. For 75% importance is given to DSA. बचा हुआ थोड़ा बहुत you give to OOP, SQL, and only let's say 12% is given to projects. Now, when you have an interesting project, what does your pie chart look like? It becomes something like this. बचा हुआ 20% on OOP. Is this clear, guys? So they can ask you basic object oriented questions. They can ask you to create classes as well. बोल देगा create an animal class. Now create classes called dog and cat after extending animal class. ऐसा simple questions. Do we have DSA test before interview of any company or direct interview? Obviously, every company will take a technical test before the interview, and interview में भी तुमसे DSA पूछा जाएगा. So guys, so far, is the resume template clear? What I'm trying to explain? Do companies have a preference? If you have done an experience, if you have done an internship, what does that say? That this person has already worked in a work environment, and that is definitely a perk. If you have an internship, that is a plus over projects, definitely. But don't be disheartened if you don't have an internship. Focus on creating good projects. So far, everybody is following, right? Projects के बाद, you can add a small section called coursework, where you can list all the courses that you have done. Right? Let's say that you have done some NPTEL course. Let's say you have done some Coursera course. Let's say you have done the Accio course. You can add these things over here. Just add the duration of the course and what you learned. Is this clear, everyone? Sir, I am doing this. Udemy, any platform, any course that you have done, just add it. Okay? Coursera, Udacity, Unacademy, Accio Job, NPTEL, Geeks for Geeks, कहीं का भी कुछ भी course किया add कर लो. Right? Now, if you have done the course from a good place, then जिसने कोर्स किया होगा तुम लोगों को पता होगा you get a credential. Right? You get a course credential. That you get a certification that you have actually completed this course, right? So you can add that as a hyperlink over here. The certification you can add as a hyperlink over here, right? So let's say that you did some course from Coursera and your certificate is hosted on a particular website, right? So you can just add add a hyperlink on the course name, and whenever the person clicks on that hyperlink, it will redirect the person to the website. ठीक है? Accio का I don't know कब मिलता है. Accio का कोर्स कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ तो ड्यूरेशन में लिख दो कि I started it in January and I am present over here. अभी तक I am doing this course, right? And just write whatever you have learned. जरूरी नहीं है hyperlink add करने का, but if your course provider provides you with a hyperlink, definitely add it. Is this clear, guys? You can, if you have achieved a good rank, you can add it in the achievement section. So now, guys, let's say I have a section called achievements. I'm just going to club two sections, achievements, or let's say that extracurricular, right? So extracurricular may, let's say that you have done some community work. Let's say that you planted trees. Let's say that you taught underprivileged kids, something like that. I really doubt if someone actually did that, but if you have done it, then definitely you can add it here. And achievements, may you can add any achievement that you have received. Let's say that in the coursework itself, you achieved rank 1 or you received the gold medal in an NPTEL course. You can add it in the achievement section. Now, I don't have achievements, so I can remove that or not. If you don't have achievements, you must have some extracurricular, right? So apart from your curriculum, you may be doing something or the other. You can add that. Don't add JEE and GATE scores. Nobody is interested in that. No, YouTuber तो एकदम ही नहीं. They will not hire you because of moonlighting. Yeah, you can add NCC. Can I add CodeChef 3-star? CodeChef 3-star is not an achievement, I would say. 5-6 mile to you can add. Gate score, matlab, if you think that can your gate score help? What subject did you appear in gate for? Training and coursework is basically the same thing. Depends on what you want to name your column. I have cleared UPSC CDS. So if you add any marks of such examinations, what kind of impression that sends to the recruiter? They think that this person has not decided what they want to do in their life. अभी इंजीनियरिंग का जॉब लेने का ट्राई कर रहा है, इसके साथ साथ ये यूपीएससी करने का भी ट्राई कर रहा है. So you are not focused, and that is the place where you are rejected. Yes, definitely add your state level anything. Yes, you can add blood donation, you can add photography. Yes.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, I got the second rank on presentation. So can I mention in this?
Yeah, you can mention any achievement that you think, any achievement that you got after your 10th, just mention that. Don't say that I won a drawing competition in 6th class. ये सब नहीं लिखना है.
Yes, okay, sir.
Sports, yes, definitely. Extracurricular का मतलब ही है anything that you do apart from your studies and work, right? Finally, towards the end, you have to add a section called technical strengths. Let's say that you know 3 or 4 programming languages. Add it here. Let's say that you are well versed with Git and GitHub. Add it here. Let's say that you are well versed with any cloud technology. Let's say AWS. Add it here. Let's say that you are good with React JS. Add it here. Let's say that you know app development in Android. Add it here. I hope you get what I'm trying to say. Is this clear so far, everyone? Now, I am just going to highlight the mandatory sections that you have to add no matter what. What are the mandatory sections? The mandatory sections is the header, the education, projects, coursework, and your technical strengths. These are the mandatory sections. Apart from this, work experience, if you have, then it is mandatory. Otherwise, you don't have to add it. Again, extracurricular, if you have space, you can add it. Otherwise, don't add it. Is this clear, everyone? Photo is not required. Is this clear, everyone? What are the required sections and what are the not good to have sections? Joby, whatever skills you have achieved in 3 months, Shubh, you will add that. Don't have a 2-page resume or try to reduce it to 1 page. Yes, I have already answered your question, Shubh. Whatever technical strengths you have gained in 3 months, you can add that. My project was on Unity Hub and I made it in 1 month free trial, but now it's lost. So can I mention it? You can mention it. No problem with that. If you don't have a demo for that, then mention it towards the end. What is the last section of your resume? Technical strengths. Technical strengths may you can add the programming languages that you know, the technologies that you know. I have offered letter of Infosys, but not joined the company. Should I mention? Definitely don't mention it. Why will you mention an offer of a different company in your resume? Can I add undergraduate project? Yes. Whatever project you did in your final year engineering. Can I make column to divide the resume? Some people prefer 2-column resume, but I generally prefer a single column one. It is easy to read, so it depends on your preference. I create mostly my resumes like this. Demo of a project. So let's say that your project is hosted somewhere, right? So let's say that what is the project that I have done? Let's say you have a portfolio website. Let's say you have a portfolio website. So you can just so add this link in your resume. So ये link है. One second. This is the link. You just copy it, you paste it. This is the link. Whenever the person clicks, this profile will open up. Okay, so it is not updated. I created this way back, and this picture is also very old. So you can mention your skills like this, whatever Flutter, Python, all the other technologies that you have worked on. Then you can mention your work experience, the companies you worked for. Then you can mention your projects like this. See the project, the screenshot of the project, and the GitHub link of the project. Everything is over here. Now, this is the name of the project. This is the title of the project, and this is the keywords. ऐसे समझ में आया? फिर ये एक और project. I think this is available live. This I created for one of the. I don't remember clearly. This is hosted on Heroku. हाँ है available है. So this is also one project that I did. It basically fetches the stock price of all the stocks listed on the National Stock Exchange, and you can search for the stocks over here, and you can basically filter them like this. Okay, I hope this is clear, everyone. Yeah, and then you can mention any articles that you have written. So these are some of the articles that I have written on different platforms. So like this is one of the articles that I did. I made this app on Android and iOS. Yeah, prices get updated. It is a cron job, so the prices get updated every night from the BSC APIs. So I basically created this article to illustrate how I created this project, what were the problems that I faced, and other things. And then after this, toward the end, I have mentioned the GitHub link for the project, and it received 360 likes. So no, those things are not yet implemented in the stock watchlist app. The only thing it can do is it can watch list the apps that you have, and then it will load up the trading view website in a web view, and you can also search for the stock that you want to add. ऐसा ये बहुत पहले का project है, one of the first projects that I did. I got my first internship after I mean the internship offer that I got was after the person looked at this article that I wrote. Yeah, so these things you can write, and over here LinkedIn, GitHub, Twitter, ये सब अपना दे दो. So ऐसे ही, this is how it works. Now coming back to the resume, is the resume clear, everyone? Tell me. किसी को कोई भी डाउट बचा है रेज्यूमे से रिलेटेड? यस, नाउ आई विल डिस्कस द रेज्यूमे टेम्पलेट्स, बट रेज्यूमे से रिलेटेड किसी को कोई भी डाउट है? Whatever I've explained so far. I have done postgraduate diploma. Can I you can add whatever you have done in your life. If that is any good, just add it to your resume, right? अगर तुमने नॉन टेक्निकल प्रोजेक्ट किया है, एड इट. अगर तुमने नॉन टेक्निकल वर्क एक्सपीरियंस है, एड इट. कुछ भी किया है, एड इट. जस्ट मेंशन, जस्ट फॉलो दिस रूल ऑफ थंब: प्रॉब्लम, सॉल्यूशन एंड आउटकम. क्या प्रॉब्लम था, क्या सॉल्यूशन हुआ, क्या उसका आउटकम है. कैन वी अटेंड, कैन आई ऐड अटेंडेड वर्कशॉप? यू कैन ऐड इट इन द कोर्स वर्क. Sir, please tell me clearly, when should I explain project in interview, introduction or last? So yeah, it completely depends on the kind of interview that is going on. If the person is looking at your resume while you are giving the introduction, then the person will cross question you that you have mentioned this and this project, tell me about it. तब तुम बताओगे अपना project के बारे में. और अगर if the person does not ask, then while introducing yourself, you will say that I have done my 12th from here, I've done my BTech from here, whatever degree you have done. Then you will say, I have created a few projects on based on my interests. These are those. It is explained in detail in my resume, but I can explain it to you right now as well. ऐसे बोलोगे तो the person will ask you to explain your projects in detail. Bro, can you tell, can we do project online or any online tools? Because I have low spec laptop. Okay, that is a problem. कितना low spec है? 4 GB RAM है? Suman, I'm asking you the question. Am I audible, guys? Yeah, Suman, can you answer? So if you have a low spec laptop, even if it has 4 GB of RAM, you should not have any problem creating projects. So install Ubuntu, bro. Don't use Windows. थोड़ा struggle होता है. I have done app development in 4 GB RAM laptop in my college days. So whenever you create, let's say that you created a clone of Flipkart, don't say that you created a clone of Flipkart. Rather write that you have created an e-commerce website, e-commerce application, right? किसी भी चीज का क्लोन बनाना कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है, but actually implementing a website that can serve the purpose of e-commerce, that is a big thing. You can mention it both under achievements and your projects. दोनों जगह ऐड कर सकते हो. I did internship, basically did work on Angular, but after that current company work as tester, so I forgot about Angular things I learned. You can mention about the Angular stuff that you worked on. Just try to revise before giving the interview. Instead of not mentioning it, you can revise the things that were done at that time. Instagram clone guy, you can say you created a social media app. I did projects related to front end, but applying job for DSA based companies in this module D, how will that work? Front end roles के लिए भी people hire. So DSA is required everywhere, be it front end or back end. Front end maybe there are places where optimizations can happen. So even if you have done a front end project, add it. I have repeatedly told you guys, किसी भी field का कोई भी project तुमने किया है, उसको add कर दो. As simple as that. Is this clear, everyone? ठीक है. So after this, let me just proceed with some sample resumes that I have. Yeah, guys. So this resume is one of the good ones, but I will just point out the problems in this, and I will also tell you how you can make it better. So first of all, your name will come here. I hope that is clear to everyone. Your email address can come here or here, both places work. And over here, you can add a link to your LinkedIn or GitHub profile. ठीक है? Address you don't have to add. ठीक है? Over here, you can add the phone number or any other profile link. Is this clear, guys? Zoom. 1 second. Yeah. So guys, one more thing that I want to just say that try to watch these lectures on your laptop. लैपटॉप सामने रहेगा ना, अटेंशन भी ज्यादा रहेगा, प्लस यू विल ऑल्सो नॉट हैव प्रॉब्लम लुकिंग एट द स्क्रीन. So this is perfect. Email address and your profile link. Don't add your address. Now coming to education, you will write the university name, the degree you are pursuing, whatever degree, BTech and all, then whatever month and year your study began, and if you are still doing your BTech, you can write this month till present, and this is completely optional, no need to write this. Over here you can write your GPA. ठीक है? Similar thing, your other school will come here. Is this clear, everyone? Is the education section of this template clear, guys? ठीक है? इसके बाद don't consider this research experience, just think of it as work experience, है ना? Work experience में you write the title, whatever was your designation, the university, company or organization, whatever, wherever you worked, then this is basically your tenure, and this is optional. You can either write your city or you cannot write your city, and then very short description of what you did. So basically problem, solution and outcome. Is this clear, guys? Everybody following the work experience part? So if I have mentioned this before, if you have work experience and internship experience both, then both will come under work experience section. If you just have internship experience, then you will create a section for internship experience. Is this clear, guys? Now same thing for this other experience section. Either may it was research experience and other experience. You can club both of them together as work experience and say that this is your internship section, this is your work experience section. ठीक है? इसके बाद यहाँ पर the person has done some presentation on research. So let's say this was research presentation or research papers. You can add a section called research papers if you have published a paper, and then you can describe your paper over here with the citations. Is that clear? Yeah, you can add any degree that you are pursuing in your education. Definitely add a MCA. MCA is masters. Is this clear, guys? Now coming to this awards and honors section. What is this? This is basically your achievement section, right? You will just title of what you achieved, the year in which it was achieved, and whichever organization which gave you the award. Is this clear, everyone? Did everybody follow that? Okay. And finally, this is your technical strength section, where you will mention the programming languages that you know, any other technologies, cloud technologies, any Git and GitHub, which is basically your version controls, all these things you can mention over here. Is that clear, guys? Let's take a look at another template. This is another one. So this is a more ideal resume. Over here, you have your first name, last name, phone number, and the city where you have worked. This is completely optional. You may or may not add it. After that, it has all the links that you have. So this is your email, this is your LinkedIn, and this is your portfolio website or something. Yeah, I will share this entire all these templates with you guys. Now, after this, you have your education, you have your objective section. So this objective, you can just replace it with the about section, where you can just say, so I am a software engineer with 2 years of experience in whatever, seeking a full-time role in this role. I also like to play basketball. I like to cook at home, all these things. Is this clear, everyone? Yeah, you can skip the about section. It is completely optional, as I have mentioned over here. About section is not mandatory. Okay. Now again, coming to the education, you have your let's say masters in computer science from this particular college, and this is the year. Now the whatever course you are enrolled in, and over here you can write the grade. Similarly for this one. Is this clear, guys? As a fresher, you can say that you are an aspiring software engineer who is looking for so and so roles, something like that. And you also like to play cricket, you like to play chess. Okay. This skill section will come in the last. Don't add it above your work experience. This will be in the last. But skills may you can add your technical skills, A, B, C, D, whatever are your technical skills. Then soft skills kya hai? Let's say that you are fluent in 4 or 5 languages, 4 or 5 languages that we speak. You can add that. And whatever other skills, let's say cloud technologies, version controls within GitHub, right? Then over here, I just pay close attention to the work experience section over here. What is this section? Can you see the problem, the solution, and the outcome clearly over here, right? You can see the role, the company, and what is the person writing? The person is writing the outcome that the person achieved X% growth for this using this. So what is this part? This is the solution, and this part is the outcome. And what was the problem? The problem was the growth. समझ में आया कैसे लिखना है? Is this clear, guys? The problem, solution, and outcome thing, the way that you want to mention it. Okay, I hope this is clear to everyone. Work experience, whoever has it, just add it in this way. Okay, iske baad see how the project section is done. This is the title of the project. Okay, these are the keywords of the project, and this is the description of the project. This is the description of the project, and this is basically the achievement of the project. What did the project achieve? This many people have used it, and this many queries have been saved and shared. And what is this? This is the most important thing. This is the demo. And what is this? This is the hyperlink. This is what you want to add for your projects. Is this clear, guys? Is this clear, everyone? Now again, extracurricular activity, you can actively write blog posts. So if you are writing articles, you can say that you'll write articles on so and so platform, and this many number of people have viewed your articles. Anything else? And this leadership is basically extracurricular. So you can write extracurricular activity that you have done, you have achieved this and this, and you have worked in this and this organization, which helped so many people like this. How to add hyperlink? Okay, so let's say I have A, B, C, D. ठीक है, इसको highlight करेंगे और इसके ऊपर paste कर देंगे. अच्छा, OneNote में you can't add the hyperlink. Wait, I think insert करना पड़ता है ना link. हाँ, text and address. Insert. So this is a hyperlink. इसको click करेंगे. So this website will open up. Is this clear? Insert में जाओ, यहाँ पे link insert करो, हो जाएगा. Is this second template also clear, guys? Okay, so let me just print this entire thing. I'm just sharing it on the Zoom chat, guys. So yeah, you guys can download it and view it whenever you want. Okay. I hope the PDF is visible to everyone. I've shared it on the Zoom chat. Wait, let me insert it again. Is it visible now? Okay, I'll just hand this over to your batch manager as well. They will share it with you. Okay. So this was it for what I wanted to say. Now you guys can just share your resume. I will review it. I'm going to take not more than 5 of those. So don't share private links, share public links with me. Okay, guys, I'm not taking any more. So that's it. Yeah, okay. So, okay, so coming to this resume from Viren. Okay, so you can skip the photo, Viren. This you have written software developer, that is fine. Email ID is fine. Phone number, location, this is completely optional. You have added a profile link, that is very good, and it is a hyperlink as well. So nice. You have added your LinkedIn, that is also a hyperlink, and you have added your GitHub, that is also a hyperlink. So this header section is pretty good. You can skip the photograph. Now you have a good about section. passionate software developer. I am technology enthusiast. Okay, currently field of web development. Okay, enthusiastic about browsers. Yeah, fine, nice. Education. Now coming to the formatting. So you can see that your skills are listed in these blocks, right? Now, if the resume parser is not able to parse these blocks, then all of these keywords are gone. So don't add your skills like this. Add it in a simple text format. Okay. Now education, BTech in mechanical, ekdam sahi. Then whatever institute, the duration and the GPA, nice. And class 12 is also fine. Personal project, you have added a demo and GitHub link as well. It has a good description and you have added the tech stack as keywords. So this is looking fine. Again, for these two projects, you have done it, but over here for this project, you haven't added the links. So I would suggest if you have the project handy, just add it here. Work experience, member of IT web development, Youth India Foundation. Yeah, fine. Achievement as part of website development. I've worked with integration part. So this is only you are describing what you worked on, but you have to describe how your work actually made the made an impact. So तुमको वो लिखना पड़ेगा how your work made an impact. Now again, if you are a software developer and you are adding languages as Hindi, English, Marathi, this is not ideal, right? What is a language for a software developer? A language for a software developer is a programming language. So add Java, Python, and C++ under languages section rather than spoken languages. Okay. Now again, certifications you have added. This is fine. If it is done from Udemy, I think you will have the certification link as well. So just add the certification link if you have not already. Again, this one you can add it from Udemy. And this is from Abdul Badi. Okay, nice. So again, position for responsibility, you can say it is extracurricular or something. This is also fine. And yeah, so your resume looks good. Just I think you need to improve a little bit on formatting, because I can see that when I'm trying to select these 2 lines, then all the 4 lines are getting selected. And this is where these templates are not good, because जो भी resume parser होगा ना, वो तुम्हारा resume सही से read नहीं कर पाएगा, right? So try to make the formatting a little better. Otherwise, the content that you have added, that is pretty good. Okay. Are you in the
Yes, sir.
session, Viren? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, okay. So this is from Kuldeep. So right off the bat, Kuldeep, this blank space at the bottom, this is not ideal at all. Try to fill the entire resume completely. So font size बढ़ा के, formatting change करके, try to fill the entire thing. Again, this tabular layout, I don't have a problem with it, but try to keep it in the way I have showed you, and in the way, like just the way Viren had did it previously. This section on top, this is pretty nice. You can just add the hyperlink on GitHub itself and add your LinkedIn as well. And email ID is also hyperlink. That is nice. उसके अलावा your education should, अच्छा, education is on top, okay. And then internship and certification. So is there any internship over here?
No, sir.
Yeah, so you can't write internship over here, because this is just coursework rather than internship. So just write certification and add all these things. And projects, you have added the link, that is good. Enter the initial health of you and Monster. Okay. So whatever project you have done, you have added the resume, that is nice. Add the GitHub link as well, and add 2-3 good projects. As I've explained, skills, you have added the computer languages, fine, and you have added soft skills, presentation, critical thinking. Yeah, all this is fine. Co-curricular activities, athletics, 1 cricket tournament, this is nice. Certificate of proficiency, okay. So your resume is also good, formatting is also fine. Just try to fill the entire thing with some more content. So the project description is pretty short, so you can try to add more description, and definitely you can increase the font size. ये font size काफी छोटा है.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Ashwini. Okay, so yeah, this is also a two-way formatting resume. So yeah, this section is fine. Software developer, the GitHub link is here. Again, the formatting is a little, confusing because see, I'm trying to select this part and then suddenly the selection is going over here. So the formatting is not good, but you can improve that now. Like see, I'm selecting it like this and the number and the name is getting selected. This is the problem. Formatting improves, you can improve the formatting a little bit. Otherwise, it is minimal, it is looking good. This is your about section, I'm assuming. Software developer with robust problem solving skills, proven experience in creating. Yeah, this is fine. Work experience, you have a 7-month internship. That's pretty nice. Gained enormous knowledge about, okay, we have developed using this, had a chance to expand. So you are not mentioning any outcome. So try to mention an outcome of your contributions over here. Education may 74% from this college in this year. Okay, so try to mention the entire duration from which point till which point you did it, and you can skip your 10th marks. That is not relevant to an engineering job. Professional skills bol ke don't add it as technical skills. Java, JavaScript, React. Okay, this is fine. Courses, Java masterclass. If you have a certification for this, just add the certification link over here. Software projects. So if you are applying for a software role, obviously your projects are going to be software projects. So add the projects just as projects. Okay, you can skip this word. Android app, developed an Android app using Java and XML. XML is not a app development language. So you just write Java. You don't write XML, which allows user to order customized coffee from local shops. Okay. Enhance, just add a demo or a link of your application. GitHub link you can add. If your app is posted on the Play Store, you can add it. As we are for module 3, what we write in about looking for. No, you can write that you are currently pursuing so and so course from so and so college, and you are passionate about software. And you can also write 1 or 2 hobbies towards the end. Okay. So, Yashwini, I hope everything is clear. Are you in the class?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
Clear.
Again, what is this? Yeah. So first of all, this resume title is not necessary, Vibhuti, and your photograph also you can skip. Otherwise, this is fine. You don't need to mention your branch over here. Again, career objective, you can just say about to be part of an organization. This is fine. You can make this as a paragraph rather than this tabular form, but this is also fine, no problem. Again, this your class 10th marks are not relevant, so you can skip it. If you want, you can keep it as well. So internship you have done from One Stop. So try to mention your internships in a good formatted manner. So either way you have put everything in a single paragraph, which is I'm having problem reading it, right? So from you have written from this in association with this in this. So you have to write your designation, then the company name, and then the duration. So you haven't mentioned the duration at all in the entire section. So mention the duration of your internships. Then you have written 3 projects, but any of them don't have GitHub links or demo links. So add that. Certifications, so many certifications you don't need to add. Just add the important certification that you gained the most knowledge from. Okay. Again, your resume is extending to 2 pages, so that is not ideal. Try to fit it in 1 page by reducing the font size. You can reduce the margin as well. So, ye sab karke. Skill set, software skills. This MS Office you are mentioning in the first, but that is not a software skill. So don't mention MS Office. This is not a skill of an engineer. This is a skill of an MBA. MATLAB is good. Simulink, okay. Programming languages. See, HTML is not a programming language, but that is a debate. Activities and achievements. Again, you have mentioned a lot of them. Try to reduce it to only the important ones. Hobbies, you don't need a section for hobbies if your resume is extending such long. Again, this entire part, personal data, signature, and date and place, this is not required. Is this clear, Vibhuti?
Yes, sir.
So first of all, Chiranjeev, whenever you share your resume, it has to be a PDF, not a doc. Okay, so make it a PDF rather than a doc. You have fit everything into one page, that is fine. Education, okay. CGPA, you have mentioned. Out of 10, no need to mention. Everybody knows CGPA is out of 10. Marks obtained के जगह higher secondary का percentage लिख दो, ठीक है? Again, this is not required. You can skip this. Contact information and all is fine. Add your LinkedIn profile URLs and your GitHub URL if possible. Create hyperlinks for that. Project hospital management. Add a description for a project and add the demo links as well if possible. Final year project. Isko project section mein you can just simply add rather than creating a separate section for it. Skills mein programming language, Java, Python, database, MySQL, fine. Soft skills, teamwork. This is optional, but okay. Hobbies mein you have added photography. Okay, no problem. Languages, again, don't mention Hindi, English, Bengali. This is not something that is relevant to an engineering job. Obviously, you have to be efficient in English in order to write software. So access denied, not going to view this. Again, this is not, I think someone just created a PDF and shared this link. So Bharat, okay. So this resume template is kind of similar to the one I reviewed in the first section. So again, you have mentioned all the links in a good way. Nice. Add the GitHub link as well. Your profile overview is fine. Basic BSc graduate with expert command in Java. Okay, writing expert is a very big what do you say? What competitive FPS game will you play? So don't try to mention extreme words like expert and all, है ना? उसके अलावा education section is fine. Again, skills को अच्छे से single words में लिखो rather than this blocks. Personal projects, Flappy Bird projects are pretty good, but add the links and descriptions are also fine. Yeah, looks good. Again, languages Hindi, English, Marathi, nahi bhai. Or interests, Japanese culture, okay. Learning new things, experimenting, finance, yeah, fine. And certificates. So this is the first one that has actually added the certificates, but you have added the drive links. And is this drive link able to show me the document? Okay, so I can view the document, that is fine. But if you have done it actually from Google, then you get a credential link as well, जिसमें the person can verify if this is real or not. So वो link add करने का try करो instead of the drive link. ठीक है? Is this clear, Bharat?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Finally, this last one, Khushi. If you are not writing the last name, I am assuming that you don't have your last name. Address is not necessary. Mail ID you have written, contact number you have written, but again you are extending to 2 pages and that should not be done. Career objective, enthusiastic fresher, currently pursuing from DU, wants to work in an organization. Yeah, fine. Education, again, try to do it in a well formatted manner. You have written everything in a single line and that is having some problem. Internship experience, again, internship ka section you have made it so small and you can see that education ka formatting alag hai, internship experience ka formatting alag hai. Keep consistent formatting across the board. And responsibilities, you have mentioned a lot of them. Okay. Position of responsibility. So this is basically your co-curricular activity. Again, event organized is not a separate section. You can just add it in position of responsibility again. And languages you don't have to add. I can see that you are not adding a single programming language anywhere. You have only added HTML and that is not sufficient to get a IT job. So try to add the other languages that you know. Abhi tak you are working on Java. So at least add Java over here, and don't mention your Microsoft Office on top. It is of the least priority when you are looking for an engineering job. Is that clear, Khushi? Are you in the class?
Yes, sir, it is clear.
Okay, fine.
Thank you, sir.
So I hope everybody is clear now. What is a good resume? What is not a good resume? Right?
Sir, can you please share the link on which we can start to make our resume?
You can.
Or,
There
templates.
are multiple online tools where you can create your resume, but I will not suggest using an online tool. Try to maintain a good document of your resume, which you have one version as a doc file, one version you have a PDF file. So every time you want to add anything, you just edit the doc file and export it to PDF. That is how you do it. So online tools say if you create a resume, after some time when you want to update it, then wahi online tool mein jana padega. Let's say that you forget which tool you used, then you won't be able to access it. So try to keep it safe and secured either on your computer or you can use Google Docs. Yes, definitely. There are so many templates for Google Doc and Microsoft as well. Yes, Canva ka bhi templates hota hai. Yes, you can use that. I had made my resume according for core sector job in my last year. So resume ko hamesha creating a resume is an iterative process. एक बार बना दिया, that is not the final thing. उसके बाद if you learn something new, if you want to make a change, you can just go back to the editing board and edit your resume. And people, so let's say that there are 3 companies coming in for placements in module D. One is hiring for a front end role, another company is hiring for, let's say, a database role, and another company is hiring for another XYZ role. Okay? And you have many projects. So एक company अगर front end के लिए hire कर रही है, तो will you give priority to your front end projects for that company? Tell me. Will you give priority to your front end projects? Yes, definitely. Please don't write on my screen. And will you give priority to your projects that involve SQL for the database role? Yes, you will give priority to those. So you can have multiple resumes for multiple companies. There is no rule of thumb that you want to create a single resume which you will submit everywhere. Har company ke liye you can basically try to change your resume so that you look like a better fit for that role. I hope that is clear, everyone. So I hope everybody followed the class today and everybody has a good idea on what a good resume is. So just try to get your resumes ready by in 2-3 days, get it reviewed and have a final PDF ready by the end of this week. Okay? Just if you need a session on GitHub, just let your batch managers or module managers know about that. Okay?
Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Sir, can you share the module D roadmap PDF?
It will be shared in some time by your module manager or your batch manager. I don't have access to share it with you. Okay, guys. So that is the end of today's section. I hope everybody got to know more things about resume building.
क्वेश्चन हम अपडेट कर सकते हैं क्या? 08-20 अगर मैंने क्वेश्चन किए गए लीड कोड में तो
क्या एक बार वापस बोलना.
लीड कोड में 200-250 करीब मैंने क्वेश्चन कर दिया, तो क्या मैं उसे अपडेट कर सकता हूँ एज अचीवमेंट या रिज्यूम में?
हाँ, you can update it. Yeah. ठीक है. चलो guys, I'll end the session for today. Good night everyone. Bye bye.